Hey, what is up? This will be a fun video. I'm going to talk about my political beliefs. Why? My YouTube channel, has an aquaria element to it for sure, but I really just like talking, or I don't know, just a discussion, right? I like to hear what people from around the world have to say about off-topic things, just such as what's going on in the world, in this country, in their country. I'm very news curious. I don't know. So I keep up on a lot of topics. So, and I got some opinions, and I want to share them. So that's what I want to do. But I know if I post something about Trump or whatever, I'm just going to have people questioning my motives, and I'll tell you one thing that drives me crazy. I don't talk about politics a whole lot anymore because you can't. But, when I do, oftentimes people start thinking I'm a Republican, and it just, like how could you just assume this about me? Oh, what you were saying, so, let me clarify just my position. And, we all have one, right? I just want to share it. Okay. So again, this channel's for a lot of off-topic stuff. Do me a favor when you do comment. I want to hear what your opinion is. I'm going to post something topical. Tell me what you feel about it. And just do me a favor, just put some information about yourself first, just particularly where you're from, right? Like your opinion, whether you live in the United States or anywhere else, can be quite different, right? So just tell us where you're from, whatever. And so my political beliefs, I am an independent, all right? I don't subscribe to this left or right or liberal or conservative crap, okay? I think it's silly, even a lot of people I talk to when they're very liberal or very conservative, if you really talk to them for a little bit, their opinions are more independent than affiliated with any party, right? Very few people are I believe in the Republican charter. Who says that? You usually pick and choose our what's important to us. So let me just tell you, and this is what I tell people when what is your party? Or I have a saying I tell people, and it trips them right the fuck out, right? I'll be like, well, I can tell you this. I go, I really love a lot of the things Donald Trump is doing as president. However, I didn't vote for him either time. And it just trips people out because they're like, oh, I knew. What? So, I didn't vote for him this last time. I just couldn't vote for either cat, Kamala or Trump. I just couldn't do it. I think I voted third party. Essentially threw my vote away, but I live in a very liberal state, so voting is kind of insignificant here in many aspects. And then in the first election, I voted for Hillary. I really liked Hillary. Whatever, Hillary haters. So I voted for Hillary. Really, I'm a Hillary fan. Yeah. So. God, did I vote for Biden when it was? I don't know. So anyway, moving on. So I feel I'm very independent. I do, when I said people often think I'm a Republican, it's because I'm conservative. And I'm not conservative like the Republican tag, right? Their conservatism is not, it's not real. The Republican Party is about as conservative as, or pretty close to what the liberals are financially. right? I guess so. I'm a fiscally conservative person, or I don't know. I just believe in very small government. Provide us a few services. Like with healthcare, right? That's something where I don't subscribe to either party's bullshit. Like with healthcare, I believe the government should provide a basic level of care, and beyond that, it's on you, right? So just do that well. So like if I break my arm or a leg, and or anybody, and they can't go back to work, and just fix them, right? So I'm an independent. I kind of am conservative, but not as Republican conservative. I'm just a conservative person in my approach to a lot of things. Like I said, I'm an independent, very much so. And as I said, I'm going to post a lot of off-topic content, and I'd love for you to share with us how you feel, and do tell us where in the world you are from. Peace.